Rollovers are one of the most basic and fundamental drills that a pole vaulter can do. In today's video, we're going to do a deep dive and really break down the rollover and the purpose behind it. So what is the point of a rollover? Well, there's several purposes. One, you learn how to move the pole. The athlete's also learning how to get their center of mass to rise. They get to understand leverage. They also understand the difference between being out, on, and under at takeoff, and they become aware of pole speed and swing speed and how to manipulate both.
All right, so for the rollover, right, we're trying to mimic takeoff. So one of the things that people talk about with takeoff is, an athlete being under, on, or out. We obviously want to be on. What is on? Well, on is anytime your hands, right, or your top hand is right above the toe. So when we set up, we don't want the hands way out in front like this, because that would be like taking off out. You can see your hands are way in front of her toes, right? Then if she were to grip really, really high, right, like this, her hands are almost mid-foot or heel, that's like taking off under. So we lower the grip, we want to make sure that grip is right above the toes, elbows bent. Now the reason we have the elbows bent, because we want to mimic at takeoff, the pole tip hitting the box, arms going all the way up, so the athlete has leverage to pull themselves up and forward.
Some of you may be wondering, why bent elbows? Well, bent elbows are really, really critical for takeoff. Now, a lot of coaches say to have the arms fully extended at takeoff, but this creates a situation where the athlete has to either brace at takeoff to avoid getting hit, or their arms get knocked back and they have to row back out, which slows down the swing. By having the elbows bent, it allows the athlete to hit the box. Then the hands go up above the head, which allow the athletes to have leverage to pull and swing. With a full jump with a plant, the right arm is the only one with the elbow bent at takeoff. When coaching the rollover, make sure also to watch that the athlete is pulling themselves up and forward. You want to see the hips rise. Make sure the pole should be moving forward smoothly and the athlete should be going up. And make the athletes aware of the pole speed and make them aware of their hips rising. They have to develop a feel for this. You can then take the rollover and do it on the pit from a 1. You add that long, short jump up. You want to see again that the hands go above the head and that the athlete's pulling themselves up and forward with nice, smooth pole speed. And this is how we do takeoff drills from a 1, 2, or 3.
Part of our warm-up. Every single practice, athletes are doing 3 to 7 rollovers, and the purpose of the rollover is to get athletes to understand takeoff and how to move the pole while also getting their bodies to rise.
One final note, rollovers are a great test of upper body strength with athletes. The athletes that are struggling with rollovers, that have trouble moving the pole or getting their center of mass to rise, those are the athletes that need to be working on pull-ups, TRX rows, dumbbell, kettlebell rows to increase their lat strength. I hope you found this video useful, and if you have any comments or questions, please email us at apexvaulting@gmail.com. And make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Apex Vaulting podcast if you enjoy podcasts, and share this video with your friends. You can also find us on Instagram at The Real Apex Vaulting and Apex Vaulting on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks.